Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're doing why do people stare at you? Now, I saw this topic everywhere. I thought it was a very interesting topic. In fact, the first time I saw it was on a channel called Tarot by Tay, I think. Yeah, I think that's what her channel is called, Tarot by Tay. Wonderful girl, wonderful channel. And I thought we would do our own reading today. So we're gonna pick 4 piles together. I already see one popping up. I see a third one. Let's pick. There we go. Ooh, so for pile number 1, we have Purification. For pile number 2, we have Action. For pile number 3, we have Blessings. And for pile number 4, we have Trust. Now I'm going to align them properly so that you can see them. Take a look at which one of these 4 pictures you're the most drawn to, and that's probably the pile for you here today. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, in fact, if you feel drawn to all of the piles, trust your intuition. It will always guide you to the right readings. As usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. So you've chosen this beautiful Purification card. But what I want to do before we begin the reading is to take an animal card right next to your Purification card. What do we have? So that we have ooh, you have the dragon. Now this is very significant. So that we have a better understanding, a good introduction to initially why people stare at you. And it's really cool because along with that, you have the dragon's eye. You already see people staring at you before we even dive deeper into the meaning of the card. You have the sunflower, you have a lot of yellows, and I straight away see that you are someone who people generally stare at a lot, pile number 1. You catch people's attention very easily. Your energy shines. With your pile number 1, I do see people stare at you because they compare themselves a lot to you. You are so good at so many things. First of all, of course, we have to mention that you seem to be a very attractive person, pile number 1. On top of that, it seems like your energy exudes from you. There is strength, of course, here with the sunflower and the dragon. You seem to have a lot of strength to you. You seem to have a lot of confidence. And your blessings really show, and it seems like, and we're gonna get to find out more about what your blessings are as we take a look at your tarot cards. But I can tell you straight away that there's a lot of comparison here going on with the people who stare at you. Now, these people could be people walking around in the street. They could be people who already know you and observe you a lot. It could even be the close people to you who keep a close eye to you, pile number 1. And you do attract that sort of attention because can you see a dragon and not notice it straight away? It's a very powerful animal, and it's an ethereal animal, and it's the way people see you, pile number 1. You're so rare, of course. That's why you shine. And beauty is coming along first and foremost, very strong here, as well as an attractive personality. A personality that is strong. That is definitely coming off as strong here first and foremost for you, pile number 1. In fact, I believe that you do notice that a lot of people stare at you. Maybe you don't know why, which we're going to find out more about today. But you do notice that a lot of people stare at you. And the reason they stare at you is because they want to figure you out. You seem to have this strong character. And you're intimidating is exactly the word I'm looking for. And not everyone is able to come and approach you. But believe me, pile number one, you have a lot of people who want to come and approach and talk to you and find out more about you, because there is curiosity around you. People want to find out. They're interested in finding out more about who you are, what you do. But along these lines, pile number one, you'll notice that a lot of people, as much as they admire you, as much as sometimes they don't approach because it reminds them of their shortcomings. They feel, perhaps sometimes some people feel like they lack in so many areas. And so the combination of the intimidation as well as feeling like they don't match up discourages a lot of people to actually come and talk. But at the same time, you do have a lot of people who are strong and willing to get to know people, and these are the kind of people who have the courage to come and talk to you and find out more about you and admire who you are. Pile number one. Okay, I think we're now ready to take a look at your tarot cards, so we and I can find out more about this intriguing energy that everyone is obviously staring at. So let's find out together, pile number one. What is this all about? So you have the Eight of Swords here with guilt. There is the Purification here as well with the spring rain. So we need to talk about that in conjunction with the Eight of Swords. You have, aloneness. That's the Hermit. And you have the Source. Wow, pile number one. I mean, having the sunflower, the dragon, and the sun, what can I tell you? You are a person who is well noticed by nature. You attract a lot of attention to you, even though you do seem like you're intimidating with the Hermit here and the Eight of Swords. Like I said, a lot of people feel like they unnecessarily are afraid of you, because if they approach, they will find out that you are a person who's open to talk and actually very fun to be around with, very entertaining, and is quite gracious. There's nothing to be afraid here, people. And so with the Hermit here, I do see that you do lose a lot of nice opportunities of people who admire you, that can come and talk to you and build beautiful friendships with you. But they don't, because they keep themselves stuck. They are too intimidated to take that step. And it's such a shame, because if they just summon up their courage and come and talk, they will really realize that you're a wonderful person who radiates positivity, who radiates a lot of sweet energy. Sweet is not really the word I'm looking for. Who radiates a lot of confident yet beautiful energy to them. You have a beautiful aura, and people will enjoy their time speaking to you. They will not they will not find you as scary as they initially thought from the outside. But from the outside, since this is a reading about why people stare at you, yes, you do of course come across as intimidating, and it's people's really self-imposed idea about you. It's not really true with the Eight of Swords here. It's just that your confidence shines, how self-assured you are, how sophisticated somehow that you appear, and of course how very attractive you are. Pile number one, it's one of the great reasons why you seem very intimidating to people from the beginning. Now, of course, taking a look at the dragon's eye here and in the source, I'm getting this idea that you in specific, pile number one, you have beautiful eyes. I think people glance and stare at your eyes a lot. There's a lot of not just physical beauty to it, which is of course very apparent, but there is also um, it gives you this window to your soul in specific, pile number one. People stare at your eyes and feel like you are a very deep person. There's more to you than your outer beauty. There is depth to you, and in fact, we did talk about the summer rain here. With the summer rain, I feel like you do appear as a happy, confident, gracious. Gracious is what? That's not what I want to say. What's the word? Poised person. There seems to appear some sadness to you, pile number one. This is perhaps due to some difficult times that you've been through, perhaps some disappointments from dear family members or dear friends, or certain difficult situations that you have been through. And it seems like you're healing from that at the moment, and people can see through you, through this confidence and this poise that you have. They see a real person on the inside, and that intrigues them to get to know you more, pile number one. They see a person who is all that, but at the same time seems to have gone through some difficult times like everyone else. Seems like they have a little bit of sadness to them, and I feel like people want to come and tell you, you're so beautiful, or you're so amazing. I wish you didn't feel sad. I wish there's something I can do to make you feel better. People feel for you, pile number one, whether they actually come and show it to you or not. But they see through your eyes. They see beauty in the soul, not just physical beauty through the eyes. And they feel like, this must be a very beautiful person. I wish I can get to know this person better. With the Hermit card here appearing in your reading, I see that one of the reasons people stare at you is because you are not really a shallow person, pile number one. While you do know how to have a nice, quick talk with people, getting to know more about their day and talking about, the usual things that people connect with in general, you can do that, but you don't enjoy too much of a shallow talk. I mean, there's a limit to you here. You can bond and have fun with people for a while, but then if the whole setting or the whole sitting is about shallow talk, then you'll phase out, pile number one. And you'll start thinking about what seems to be more important to you. Things like what your future plans are, or you'll start analyzing different situations that happen to your life and finding solutions. You'll start thinking of deeper things. And I think people stare at you a lot because when you phase out, people wonder, what are you thinking about? Because you seem to be in this very deep thinking process. You don't seem like you're just phased out because you don't want to be there. You seem like you're thinking about something very serious, and you grab people's attention and curiosity to wondering, what could a confident person like you, sitting around with friends, knows how to entertain them? What are they doing now, thinking deeply about? So there's a lot of curiosity about what you're thinking about in specific here, pile number one. I don't know why this is coming out strong, but it seems like you are a deep thinker, and it does look like sometimes You phase out to think about more important things in life. You think about things that you're a problem solver. You think about solutions to things all the time so that you can move ahead in life. Yeah, you're a deep thinker. You're not someone who's just sitting there thinking of shallow things all day long, for sure. You can have a lot of alone time walking with yourself, just by yourself. You don't mind going out having fun by yourself or having a nice meal, walking around in nature or in a mall or anywhere really where you can think. There's a lot of walking and thinking involved in your pile number one. I see you walking and thinking, and you drive a lot of attention to you because first of all people stare at you and because you're attractive in the very beginning, and then they realize you're walking around with deep thoughts, and they're thinking, what is this attractive person thinking about? People stare at you because you come across as a deep person. Pile number one. Now you're coming across as well as someone who has very good taste, because with the dragon I see you see beauty in everything. I think people stare at watching you perhaps shop and pick something that looks very elegant or with high taste. Perhaps you wear things that are very, very good taste. You know how to put colors together. You know how to dress yourself very well. You have very refined taste. And I see people staring at you because they love your choices. The choice of the pen that you're holding, or the choice of the clothes you're wearing, the bag you're wearing, everything that you choose, perhaps the way you decorate your home, everything that you choose is of very high taste. And that's why, one more reason why people stare at you a lot. And this stems from your admiration towards everything that is beautiful, towards high and refined taste. And you don't just pick your things because they're functioning well, which is very important, but you also take the time to make sure they look nice, they fit your aesthetic, they would fit with everything else that you have, that they match with what you already have. And so together with this beautiful item that works very well, perhaps that you picked, that is of good quality, it also matches with everything else that you have. And that's why altogether you seem like a very aesthetically pleasing person. Pile number one, stemming from your love to what's beautiful and what is of good taste. Okay, I think it's time for us to pick another card for you here. Pile number one. Very, very attractive personality. I see why, of course, people stare at you. Pile number one. Oh, well, two are coming out, so we're just gonna have to take them. Okay, so what do you have? Ooh, you have the Four of Pentacles. It's coming off strong that you are a very picky person, pile number one. You don't let anyone in your life. You are a very classy person. It comes, as I can see, very poised. And it doesn't seem like you are going to interact in any type of conversation. You pick your people and you pick your conversations, and you pick the situations that you're going to put yourself into. You're not going to put yourself in a dramatic situation. You're not going to put yourself in a place where people are gossiping. And it shows. People can see your class, how you are poised and hold yourself off from the behaviors that you don't believe in. And it's something that people love watching you do. They love your class. They love how you're never going to engage in bashing someone else. You're never going to engage in something that seems too dramatic, or something that seems like it's going to cause a big feud. I think you solve your issues and your situations in a calm manner, in a smart manner, And if things don't seem like they are going to work out in this classy, mature way, you of course hold yourself off and leave the situation. You don't engage in that sort of thing. Again, the Ten of Wands, the suppression is coming out. Let me take out this noise. So what I can see here with your Ten of Wands, pile number one, is that people watch how hard you work. That's coming across as very strong here for you. They watch you do so much in life. Perhaps they watch you work on a project or work very hard at your work. You carry too many responsibilities, pile number one. You're carrying too much and you're not really talking about it here. And I see people staring at you as you work and as you go on and finish through what you've started, always delivering what you need to get done. And you carry so many responsibilities. Perhaps you have to take care of your family or your parents or many different areas in your life. No matter where you are at the moment, you are a person who seems to take on and carry a lot on their shoulders, obviously. And yes, it shows that you are a hard worker. People can see that you're tired, of course, but they admire that you are capable of carrying so much gracefully and actually carrying it through very well. You're able to take care of whatever it is that you need to take care of, and it shows. It shows that you're building something here, building your career, and you don't mind taking on more at the time being so that you can reach somewhere in life. You don't mind that you carry these different responsibilities as much as they hurt you, as much as you're tired. Obviously, there's a lot of being burnt out here. I'm so sorry for that, but kudos to you, pile number one, for working so hard and trying to build something great for yourself. So pile number one, that was your reading to why people stare at you. I really understand why they stare at you. Let's high five together in the comment section down below. Let me know who you are. And it was a pleasure doing this reading for you. And if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number two. I love your pile. So straight away, I see initially why people love staring at you. There's a lot of action here. It seems like you're, I don't want to say a loud person, but I want to say an outspoken person. You're not afraid to say your opinion. You're very entertaining. You're very strong. And there's always something that you're doing that's grabbing attention. Your laugh, your jokes, your comments. Yeah, there's a lot of strength that grabs people's attention. And you know how you can sit in front of the beach and listen to the strong waves all night, feeling like it's meditative and healing to you. And I feel like you give off the same sort of attention, and that's why people stare at you, pile number two. Your strong character and how you are able to express yourself, how you're able to entertain and joke, is almost meditative to people because you help them release endorphins watching you. It's so entertaining watching you, pile number two. So, whoa, what a character here. Let's pick an animal in order to get a better understanding to why people staring at you in general. Pile number two. I was planning to pick an animal along with your card, but your card really intrigued me and I had to talk about it before we picked out your animal. Whoa, so you have the fish. What an interesting combination. You have the sea and the fish. A lot of water here. So you are a person who is able to entertain others because obviously you have a lot of emotions. I see this sort of loud, and as I said, loudness, a ringing sound came out. So I see to you a lot of loud, passionate is what I want to say. Passionate energy towards you. You laugh from the heart. You express yourself very well. You know how to use your body language and your sound, the tone of your sound, the way you move, everything in order to present your idea very well. And when you do that, people are just sucked in. They cannot stop watching and staring at you when you talk, when you joke, when you're making a point. Very entertaining person here, pile number 2. In fact, you perhaps could be the entertainer of the party for sure. Pile number 1. What a character. And it's funny how you have action and fish, because they both suggest a lot of movement to you. You are always on the move, pile number 2. You're always doing something. You're always holding something, taking something, talking to someone, moving. You're always doing something out of passion and energy. And that's why you're constantly entertaining others, and that's why they're always staring at you, pile number 2. I mean, you picked the right reading and the right pile here. Unbelievable. Now, with the strong water element here and the moon popping up as red, it's grabbing our attention to look closely at your intuition, pile number 2. And so it seems to me here that even though you're a bubbly, strong-charactered person, a lot of your wit comes from intuition. You can understand how people are feeling. You understand what makes this person laugh, what makes this person impressed. You understand it at a soul level here. You really understand your game, pile number 2. And because of this deep understanding of others and how to entertain, you're capable of grabbing this attention, this staring attention to you. You're the center of attention here in this pile number 2, for sure. Because you don't depend on your physical looks, and I'm not saying you're not beautiful here. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure you're very attractive. But what I'm saying here is that you grab attention with your character, with your confidence, with your passion. You're very good. You deserve the attention that you get because you create it. You know how to keep it. You're not afraid of keeping it at all. And you certainly keep people entertained as you do your thing. But fishes, they're very slippery. You can't really catch them. And people love watching how you're able to take yourself out of sticky situations. If someone wants to pin you down, wants to say a nasty comment to you, wants to put you down, you are not put down, pile number 2. You know how to navigate your situation very well. You know how to navigate and communicate with people very well, and you are never stuck. Pile number 2. It's not something that pertains to you at all. You know how to take yourself out of situations, and people love watching the art of how you do that. Pile number 2. They watch and learn. They pick up a lot of smart and witty answers from you. They think to themselves, oh, I can use that. I can do that the next time. So that's why, first and foremost, pile number 1, why you grab a lot of attention to you, especially with the emotional aspect here and the moon. You are very passionate. There's a lot of flavor and spice to you. You know how to make people's hearts move. You're a charmer for sure. You know how to when to pause when you're talking, when to go up with your tone, when to go down. And it's just entertaining, pile number 2. And people cannot have enough of your energy. Wow. Wow. What a lovely person to have in our surrounding. And thank you for being around the channel at pile number 2. So you have the 8 of Cups here with letting go. In fact, water again. And the 8 of Cups. Unbelievable how you have this water element to pile number 2. So I do see here a water drop. Not afraid of leaving its environment and jumping head on into a whole different environment that looks mysterious. You don't know what's coming next, and it drops and makes a ripple effect straight away. So where I'm going with this, pile number 2, is that you grab attention because you're not afraid of putting yourself out there. You're not afraid of getting into a new situation that you know nothing about, a different group of people that you know nothing about. You put yourself out there, people watch you like you'd be the first one in a new class to talk. You'll be the first one to introduce yourself in a new setting. You're just not afraid. You have a lot of courage to you, and it comes out effortless. It comes out of a sweet and entertaining. You make people laugh. You make a great first impression. And pile number 2, your pile, is the pile where people cannot stop staring at you or keep their eyes off of you, because you really deserve it. You go out there, you put yourself out there, you go and say, hi, my name is pile number 2. I'm this, I'm that, I do this, what about you? And you make a great first impression on people, that you are not forgotten, you are always remembered. Wow, pile number 2, wow. So kudos to you. Love your character. I'm to be quite frank with you. Okay, so yes, a courageous person who's entertaining and knows how to grab attention in the right way. Of course. Oh, yeah. I'm not surprised here. You have the Queen of Pentacles. And as you can see with the Queen of Pentacles here, I hope you can see it. Let me take it out. The lighting is a bit too strong here. So as you can see with your Queen of Pentacles here in this deck, it seems like you're a very blessed person. So that's another layer to you, to why people stare at you. Now, we did talk about why I did mention in the beginning that you deserve why people stare at you, because you created. But at the same time here, you're coming off to me as quite an attractive person, a person who's quite blessed in the 3D, in the earthly realm. In fact, I see Venus and Mars here for the first time. Oh, it has all the planets. It seems like pile number 1, you're pretty blessed in so many areas in your life. That's why that's another layer to why people stare at you. What a pile. What's left here? So you come across as a person who is quite mysterious in their attractiveness. There is perhaps an exotic look to you, or you're not afraid to test with how you dress, pile number 2. You are always wearing things that grab people's attention. You are physically attractive as well. And together with your style that is unique to you, and this sort of exotic look to you, it's either that you have exotic features, or that you know how to pump yourself in an exotic way. You know how to curl your hair perhaps in a very nice, attractive way. You know how to decorate your hair or your hands or your ears with beautiful jewelry that are very attractive, pile number 2. And so here I see with the Queen of Pentacles that you come across as a person who attracts attention because they take the time to take care of themselves. They take the time to dress in an attractive way, in an exotic way. I'm not going to lie to you, that's what I'm feeling here. Exotic, attractive way. And it grabs a lot of attention to you. And that's another layer on top of your great character and entertaining personality here. Pile number 2. I see people staring at what you're wearing. I feel like there's a lot of attractive things to your style, and it takes time for people to move from your hair to perhaps your earrings, to your bag, to your pair of shoes, to everything that you're picking. It's really coming off as very attractive, very unique, very different. And that's why people stare at you, because they want to go, their eyes gaze from one thing to the other, to your exotic looks, to your hair and how you've styled it, to your jewelry perhaps, to the bag you're holding. There's so much to look at here, pile number 2. And it's so eye-pleasing is what I'm hearing. And that's why people continuously look at you. People, they stare and they don't stop looking at you, pile number 2. All right, now it's time for us to pull out more cards for you. What a pile number 2. If you are pile number 2, please leave a fish emoji down in the comments section so that I know, so we can high five together. It's so nice to have you on my channel, pile number 2. Okay, so why else do people stare at you, pile number 2? We have 2 cards straight away, and this one's coming out. Gotta take it. Okay. So let's see what else you have. Oh, you too. You have the Hermit. Okay. You have Understanding. That's the Page of Cups. I think we need to move this here so that you and I together can see the cards together coherently. And last but not least, pile number 2, you have, whoa, you have the Empress. What is left, my beautiful friends? Please tell me. Unbelievable. So, of course here, pile number 2, you do come across, first let's take this before we get into this beautiful Empress card that showed up at the middle of your reading. We have the Hermit in conjunction with the Page of Cups, and this Page of Cups is really depicted in an interesting manner here. A free soul. And I think people stare at you, pile number 2, because they wish they had this free spirit that you had. They wish they were able to outshine, be someone who can shine out from the crowd. With the Hermit card here, you're not afraid to say your opinion and come out as the only one who thinks in a certain way, or be the only one that talks, or be the only one that wears things in a certain way. You're not afraid. And this is why you are unique and you shine. And it really makes people feel what a free-spirited you are and how free you are with that amount of courage that you have. And I see people staring at you thinking how they too wish they can express themselves the way you are able to express yourself, how you're not afraid of grabbing this attention to you, pile number 2. Yes, especially with the Empress here. It's like, I'm sexy and I know it, you know. You're not afraid to show people your blessings. You're not afraid of other people perhaps being angry or jealous or feeling less, and so perhaps they want to try and attack. Because you're a strong character here, you don't take any, I don't want to say a bad word, you don't take anything bad from anyone. You do not tolerate any behavior that you do not like. Like I said, you're slippery. You cannot be held down. You know how to take yourself out of any situation, set boundaries, defend yourself very well. And this is why you have the freedom to express yourself the way that you want to express yourself and outshine everyone, to be quite frank with you here. Yes, there's always an aura around you in your cards, pile number 2. You naturally shine, and this is why people stare at you, pile number 2. I truly admire you, I must say that. And so pile number 2, that was your reading. And if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. So you've chosen this very beautiful card that says blessings. And it really awestruck me in the very beginning when we were shuffling and taking out our pile cards. And we were taking a look at why people stare at you, and suddenly this card appears and it says blessings. And it seems, pile number 3, that you are blessed in so many ways. First thing that is coming very clear to me that I can hear is pretty and handsome. So you have, whether you're a male or a female, you have very soft, attractive features. Yes, very attractive features, and people stare at you a lot because of how good looking that you are. It seems like you're very blessed in this area, pile number 3. Okay, so let's take an animal card and put it together with your reading first before we take a look at your tarot cards. I wonder what animal you got, pile number 3. Whoa! You have the golden egg and blessings. And then you blame me for saying that I have unique people on the channel, right? I will believe nothing else except that I am blessed personally with wonderful people, unique people like you visiting my channel. So thank you so much for checking out my channel and sticking around. I am very blessed that you chose to do that. Okay, so now going back to you and why people stare at you, pile number 3. It looks like to me that you're a very unique person in general in society, pile number 3. It looks like straight away people can see why you're unique and why you stand out. For some of you, this golden egg situation, or why you're very unique, is because of your looks. For some of you, it's your education. For some of you, you perhaps have had an exciting, exotic past. Perhaps you traveled a lot. Whatever it is, you seem like you stand out in society, pile number 3. And that's why you have the blessings card here, the golden egg. My God, it seems like your blessings show, pile number 3. You straight away are tagged by people as a very unique person, and that is why people stare at you. You seem, I'm gonna tell you the truth. We're talking about how people think here. And if I'm channeling how people are thinking about you, they feel like they put you on a pedestal straight away. is what I can see straight away. They have a lot of assumptions about you straight away. They see your sophistication. They see your attractiveness, of course. There's so much layers to you here. I'm curious. I want to find out more about why you're considered here as the golden egg in society. Why people see you as very unique. You outshine everyone here with the yellows as well. You outshine everyone with how sophisticated you are. You're blessed by being born lucky to stand out. Pile number 3. And we're gonna find out exactly here why and investigate why you have this uniqueness to you. Please, Spirit, thank you very much. And why people stare at you. Pile number 3. Why people stare at you. Pile number 3. I'm gonna figure out this who are you pile that I always get in my readings, and hopefully I get to find out more about you today. I mean, talking about staring. Unbelievable. So that's the 7 of Cups here. You're not afraid of people staring at you. Pile number 3. You know, you got used to people staring at you all the time. In fact, you almost feel home with it. Whoop. You have the 8 of Pentacles, and what a beautiful depiction of the 8 of Pentacles here. You look at someone who's enjoying their peace out in nature, walking, and their walk almost feels like, this is my land. Haha, welcome to my beautiful, luxurious land. You have that kind of air to you, pile number 3. This regal air to you. You know you're unique, my beautiful friends. You know that people stare at you. You're comfortable. You're confident. You got used to it. And this is why people continue to stare at you here. Watching so much about you. First of all, how attractive you are, of course. Second of all, yes, now there's a layer to how you effortlessly do things. There's beautiful movement around you here, pile number 3. You walk graciously, effortlessly, almost regal-like. There's a lot of, yes, again, class here. People enjoy looking at you. Not only are you good looking, but the way you move shows your sophistication, perhaps your education, perhaps your traveling. You seem kind of out of place, in the good way, not in the bad way. Out of place here means it seems like you are someone from another world who's walking by their day, and that's why you have heads turning to look at you. Pile number 3. With the 7 of Cups here, of course, since we're talking about staring, the 7 of Cups is all about choices. And I see that with everyone around you, pile number 3, you are going to be the one who people choose to stare at. So you might have a lot of interesting and other attractive people around you. At the end of the day, pile number 3, you, my friends, are the ones who people will choose to give their attention to. You're the one who everyone is going to end up staring at. Wow, number 3. Again, with the golden egg here, I see that people stare at you because there's a lot of curiosity around you. You're not understood because you seem, like we said, out of place in a good way. I want to find the right word. You seem unique, and people continue to stare because everything that you do so differently. Perhaps you do in a more educated manner. You are very conscious of the planet, and you make sure, perhaps that's one example, you make sure that you take care of the planet in different ways, and people stare to learn to learn from you. Why you've chosen to do this and not that? Yeah, there's a lot of things that you do different out of having good awareness and good education, and people are inspired by you. They stare to learn, and they stare to do the same later on, and perhaps even show off with your identity. That's what I'm really channeling here. They want to take your identity and claim it as theirs, and do that with their friends later on. Show off with what you're doing. I'm hearing a lot of, oh, I don't do that because it could harm the planet one way or the other. Taking the example of the planet here again. And so they watch you, they learn from you, they're inspired by you, they're amazed with your choices and what you're doing, and they later on adopt that because A, they believe in what you've done, but B as well is because they love this unique identity that you have, this educated, sophisticated identity that you have, and they want to claim it as theirs as well. So you have a lot of people imitating you behind your back. Pile number 3. And so one of the reasons they really stare at you, sorry about that, is because there's so much to learn from you, from your uniqueness. And they go back and forth here, what I'm hearing, between how you look, because attractiveness is coming strong, and what you do. You're a wow factor here, pile number 3. All right, so you have the 3 of Pentacles here appearing as guidance. Remember when we said whatever you're working on, whatever you're doing, people are watching and learning and taking guidance from you, pile number 3. But of course, the 3 of Pentacles is also about work. So you seem to me like you also stand out at work. People stare at you because at work, because one of the reasons they do is they love watching how you go across your work. Perhaps you're more skilled than other people, pile number 3, at where you are at your job or at your business. And people love watching and learning how you do things differently, what kind of programs you're using, how you've created this design. Perhaps there's a lot of staring at your work and what you're doing. I see that you're someone who's willing to teach other people, pile number 3, with the guidance card here. And again, I'm channeling a lot of staring at you because people are listening to the guidance you're giving them. They're listening very attentively to how you did things the way you did, because it's very unique again. It's out of place again. And people there's a high curiosity to what you've done, how you've done it, and how they can learn it from you, pile number 3. I mean, if I don't say, sorry about that, if I don't say who are you now, would this even be natural if I don't ask who you are? I would love to get to know more about you, pile number 3. I will never shy away from asking this specific pile that comes up, God knows at which pile in every reading. I would love to get to know more about you down in the comment section, pile number 3. Okay, so now it's time for us to pick, okay, another card for you. Ooh, again, just like pile number 1 with the 4 of cups, 4 of Pentacles here, the Miser. Okay, so again, I'm getting the same channeled message for you here with the same card appearing in the same place. So if you've picked pile number 1, I wouldn't be surprised. If perhaps you want to check pile number 1. Other than that, let me tell you here what I really see. I see people here staring at you because you seem to be a person who chooses who your company is. You don't allow just about everyone in your inner circle. You're very picky with the people you have, and I see people staring at you and your group of friends constantly, because together you give a more sophisticated oomph to you. It's like you're the sophisticated bunch here, or sophisticated best friends, or sophisticated colleagues. Together, you, with the people around you, you look like you're a group of people that is very sophisticated, very out of place, and you are definitely the sort of people who other people want to get to know, wish to be part of, are intimidated. But yes, you grab a lot of attention here. Pile number 3. As I said that, it was 53-53, which is, but it won't appear 53-53 to you, pile number 3. Okay, but anyways, this gives me the idea that there's Leo energy here, fire energy, for some of you, not all of you. Alright, so spirituality is coming across very strong in your reading here, pile number 3. You have the beautiful, do you see how beautiful this circle is? What is this noise? Sorry about that, pile number 3. So again, with this beautiful circle here, isn't it beautiful how it shines? Right? Okay, so yeah, you have this beautiful iridescent spirituality sign to you here. You also have guidance with the angels here. Reminds me straight away of your spirit guides. And you, for the first time, I see a lot of crystals. And this really shows me that you are a person who comes across as very spiritual, pile number 3. It grabs a lot of attention to you. You're perhaps you read a lot in spirituality or in crystals in specific, or maybe not, just in spirituality in general. You're quite connected to your spirit guides, to the universe. You know you're unique, pile number 3. Even with your spirit guides in the universe, you feel like you're loved and blessed. And it really shows. People stare at you when you talk about your spiritual side, perhaps your connection with source, the law of attraction, the universe, how you feel like things will work out okay in the end, that everything will be okay. Your manifestations, your energy, your crystal, your yoga, meditation. Yeah. Along these spiritual lines, I see that you respect your spiritual side a lot, pile number 3. It seems like you talk about it a lot, and people love to stare and listen to you talk about that area of your life. They feel that you're high vibration, and I see a lot of staring to learn from your aura, to learn from your energy, to learn from this peaceful energy that you exude from you. And you come across as quite knowledgeable as well, and so people like listening to the things that you've read about, or the things that you know about, and how it's affecting your life, and they're learning from you. And that's, of course, another layer to why people see you as very sophisticated, pile number 3, because of all this awareness and learning in general. Did you realize how many times in your pile we've noticed people staring at you to learn in specific, pile number 3? So another thing that we didn't discuss here is the fact that there is a spring, and that's why this card is probably called blessings. I mean, springs, this is where you come, you know you're going to have blessings. You come and you make a prayer and a wish to make your dream come true. And in many ancient cultures, it was believed that there were some springs that were holy, that gods and goddesses were thought to reside there. during in these special springs, special places. And this shows me, pile number 3, that there's a lot of staring that happens to you because you have a lot of people that are attracted to you and feel like you would be their dream come true. Isn't that sweet? Pile number 3. You have a lot of people constantly staring at you and daydreaming as they stare, thinking of what an amazing, attractive person you are, how it would be like to be with you or to be your partner, how you would have this with the spirituality and the attractiveness, how they can look into your eyes and see your beautiful soul as well. Yeah, people daydream a lot as they're staring right through your eyes, pile number 3. They keep thinking what I'm seeing and channeling here, how beautiful you are, how soft, how ethereal, magical is the word I'm looking for. How magical it is to look into your eyes, how magical it is to be with you, pile number 3. Yeah, so a lot of your staring comes from people being very attracted to you and dreaming of what it would be like to be with someone like you, pile number 3. So pile number 3, that was your reading. It was an honor for me to do this reading for you, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 4. So you've chosen this beautiful card here that says trust. And what I'm intuitively with this card straight away see is that people stare at you because you seem like a very mysterious person. You also come across as a very private person, and with this mystery to you, to your eyes, to your slow movement, I see. You don't reveal much. You don't move a lot. You're comfortable, sophisticated, but people are not able to make out who you are, what you're thinking. There's a lot of mystery, an air of mystery to you, pile number 4. And that's why, first and foremost, why you grab a lot of attention to you, why people stare at you. They continue to stare at you because they want to collect more information about you. They want to understand, who are you, what are you doing, what are you thinking, what do you like, what do you not like, do you like them or do you not like them, what is all this air of mystery around you, and why do you have it? That's one of the strongest reasons why people stare at you, pile number 4. Very intriguing. Now you are getting me intrigued, and I want to find out why you're so mysterious. You're so calm, pile number 4. There's calmness, tranquility, softness, someone who appears to be at peace. And I think this air that you exude of tranquility makes people stare because it gives them this tranquility staring at you. This calmness, you're a chilled person, pile number 4. You're not too loud, you don't move a lot, you're very poised. But your kind of poise here is a bit different. You move with wisdom is what I'm channeling. You're calm, collected. You don't you rarely have any strong reactions, and it gives a lot of tranquility to your energy. And I feel like people stare at you, pile number 4, because they First of all, they feel this beautiful energy that releases endorphins as they look at you. And at the same time, it makes them wonder, why are you so calm? Who are you? How can you be so chilled? Is exactly what I'm seeing here. Pile number 4 for you. Ooh! You have the horse, the earth element, and the yellow moon. In fact, this reminds me of the Arabian horses that are in the desert. These horses are actually one of the most, if not the most expensive horses in the world. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm not very educated in the field of horses, but I do know they're either the most or one of the most loved horses in the world. They have a beautiful body structure, they're strong, you're able to rely on them. And this is what I see here with you. Very unique character. Horses always give off this beautiful vibe of beauty. Ethereal, mystical, mysterious beauty. Beautiful eyes. Beautiful hair. Yes, your looks, pile number 4, as well as your energy, gives off mystery, and it's very attractive for people to look at. Remember in Animals Farm, you see the horse depicted as the person who's very hardworking, reliable, loyal. But what I see here for you, pile number 4, yes, I'm taking that element, the hardworking, reliable. You can ride on its back and it's reliable. It's going to take you places, reach your goals. But at the same time, with the desert here, there is free-spiritedness. So that's how it's different from Animal Farm here. And so with this combination, I see for you, pile number 4, that people stare at you because you come across as an achieved person, a person who achieves things. You are perhaps well acknowledged in your work, in your business. Yeah, your achievements show. But at the same time, you are a person who is a free spirit, of course, with the horse and the desert here. You don't necessarily always need to follow the rules. You have your own mind and your own intuition, pile number 4. You do things your way. So while you're reliable, you know you're going to get the job done. You, however, make sure that you do it in the way that you believe in, your vision, pile number 4. So when you achieve things, having done them in your way, your unique, mysterious way, you drag a lot of attention to you, pile number 4. And people stare at you because they stare at how you do things differently and achieve big successes, big unique successes. So you drag a lot of attention to you in this area as well, not just in your looks and your air of mystery, but there's also this mystery around your free-spiritedness and how you're capable of achieving your goals, how you're a reliable person, but how you do them in a different way. And that grabs a lot of attention to pile number 4. You run like a horse, meaning that even though you give off this calm, tranquil energy that we discussed in the very beginning, but at the same time, you move quickly. And I'm not talking about physical movement, I'm talking about you reaching your goals. So this shows me a lot of sharpness and intelligence. And so while you may not be the person who reacts straight away, you will give a very witty comment nonetheless. And that's how quick you are. It's not about reacting right away or talking right away or moving rapidly. It's about how your intelligence and your vision moves you ahead, pile number 4. And this also applies to your work as well. You move quickly because you have a vision. You see things in a different way. You're capable of challenging things and taking a different route to what the usual people take when they do the things that you have your eye on here. It looks to me like you have strong eye chakra activation here. Perhaps recently, or you've had it all your life, but recently is even coming out very strong. And you perhaps download information, or that ideas come to you very easily. Pile number 4, you know, it's like your third eye chakra working very strongly with this vision that you have. You constantly have these creative, visionary ideas that come to you, and that's why you grab a lot of attention. Pile number 4, people stare at the different ideas that you have, at the different way that you've done things. And perhaps with all this staring and ideas going on here, you might just have a social media platform, perhaps, maybe, or a business where people have their eyes on you, or that you're just very well recognized where you are at work, in specific. Pile number 4. So yeah, a very there is this duality of energy to you. Energy of being calm, tranquil, soft, but at the same time moving rapidly because of your visions and your wittiness. You take the time to think, and because you pause to think, you move ahead quicker than the others. Pile number 4. I love your pile here. Pile number 4. What a unique pile here. Excuse me. You have the earth element as well as your very strong intuition. And again, there is this duality of finishing your goals, but at the same time, this earth element of moving ahead, finishing your goals, being reliable, but at the same time, you are a visionary with the water element and the spiritual element. You're a visionary. You download information. You get a lot of creative ideas easily. Pile number 4. So you have that duality to you. And it's this unique duality that gives you this mystery that we've been talking about in the beginning. It's part of your mystery. And it's part of why people stare at you. Because, yeah, it's almost unicorn-like, having these two strong characteristics to you, of being calm, tranquil, collected, yet very reliable and very hardworking. And on top of all that, you're very creative, very visionary, with a lot of great insight. Pile number 4. Yeah, almost unicorn-like energy. Okay. I have a lot of cards here. Ooh, okay, we'll have to take all of them. I wasn't planning to take all of them, but it looks like your cards appeared confidently for your pile. Okay, so ooh, how many cards do we have here? So pile number 4, you have the Fool. Interesting. Now that's a different amazing layer here with the horse. Unbelievable. Okay. You have again the 7 of Cups. This came in the last pile. Okay, so yeah, like the last pile, I can't lie to you, I do see that people love staring at you. Pile number 4, do you see that? People just love staring at you. Okay, you have this ethereal energy to you that people can really feel. Okay. Ooh, you have the Lovers. Did you see that? Two cards depicting people staring at each other. Unbelievable. People love staring at you. Pile number 4. That's what your cards are showing very clearly. Okay. You have the Two of Swords with schizophrenia here. All right, now we have 2 extra cards for your reading that popped up. We have a new vision, that's the Chariot with 7 here. Let's push these cards a bit up so that you can see them as well. Pile number 4. You need to see what we're discussing here. Okay, so you have the Chariot with the new vision here. Ooh, you have the Master. Wow. So spirituality for your pile as well, pile number 4, is coming across as very strong. In fact, with your pile, out of all the 4 piles, it seems like you've mastered something here. You've mastered your visions. Yes, 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 yes. Look, pile number 4. It seems like you're very connected to your spirit guides, whether you know it or not. You are greatly assisted by the universe. See, you're in between 2 worlds here, the 3D and the spiritual world, where you're capable of downloading very strong information that relates to your field, pile number 4. And that's why you grab a lot of attention to, because it's always seen as a new way, a new vision, a new way of things, how things are done. And that's why you grab a lot of attention to as well. Very unique person here in pile number 4. And I see that you truly believe in your visions. You take a leap of faith in them constantly, and you're constantly doing something new. That's why the movement, the rapid movement. You constantly start new things. You take action with the earth element here on the visions and the ideas that you have. And that's why you're the unicorn, pile number 4. That's why people admire you and watch you, because it seems like you download ideas. It's so masterful. It's really from source, from your ancestors. You have a big mission here with your spirit guides. You are supported, my friend, pile number 4. Greatly supported with these ideas and downloads that you have. You always have fresh visions. Wow. Wow, the amount of support here is really making me have goosebumps. So look, pile number 4, you're greatly loved by your ancestors, by your spirit guides. It seems like you have a very strong mission here. Now that's why I remember Animal Farm, because they tried to fix things, but they still ended up moving towards the same old vision that was placed before them with the human beings. Remember that. And with you, I see that you have all this great support here, because you have a mission to completely change things, pile number 4. Now let's go back to why people stare at you. I just had to tell you that. It's coming along very strong. You're changing with the Fool here. You're taking risks in changing fundamental things that people take as what's the word? Take as correct without putting much thought to it. They got used to how things are done, and they didn't think about changing things to the better. People just believe that this is how things are done, and that's how they do it. That's why the Animal Farm came across here. And so I see you as a person who is going to change things and constantly takes risks to change how things are done with your very clear visions that you're downloading from your spirit guides and from source and from... Wow, pile number 4. I would love to high five with you down in the comments section. If you're pile number 4, please leave a high five. I admire what's happening here for you, your vision, and thank you for hanging around with my channel. Thank you. So you have constantly new visions, and you apply things, you take the risk to apply things, and that's why you drag a lot of attention to you. That's why people stare at you. They look at, how did you first of all figure out that this was a problem? How did you come up with this solution? And how did you have the audacity to go through with it and actually fix it right in front of everyone's eyes? And it comes out as masterful at the end. At you give the impression that you're a master at your craft, that you are a guru in your field, even though, pile number 4, you know that you've been downloading a lot of these things. Don't get me wrong, you're super skilled, you're super reliable, you're a very hardworking person. But it's like you were gifted with guru type of insights that really places you in a much higher regard than the amount of time that you've spent to learn about these things, pile number 4. Wow. And so people stare at you, pile number 4 in specific, because you seem like an expert even though you could sometimes be a newbie, pile number 4. But you have this great vision and insight to you, along with your hard work, that makes people fall in love with what you're doing and what you're creating. It's almost like with your channeling and downloading here, it's almost like you're between two worlds, pile number 4. Almost like between two worlds, where you're still in the 3D, but you're so connected to your spiritual downloads and insights that it gives you this extreme uniqueness. And obviously your ancestors and your spirit guides are behind you, because you have a big mission here in this lifetime, pile number 4. I'm so impressed with you, pile number 4. Thank you for hanging around. That was your reading, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye!